Social commentator Dwyer Astaphan believes the message from the keynote speaker at last weekend's People's Labour Party convention is the opposite of the way the party leader, Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris, has been governing the country. The keynote speaker was Jamaican-Canadian billionaire Michael Lee Chin, who spoke via virtual means.
How could Timothy embrace Mr. Lee Chin's call for collaboration and cooperation and trust building when, as I suggested, he heads up the most disunited, fractured, fragmented, distrustful and dysfunctional cabinet in the history of this country? And it is largely that way because of his doing, his undermining, sidestepping, neglecting and disrespecting his colleagues and coalition partners. So how could Timothy's convention embrace what Mr. Lee Chin had to say?
Speaking in his weekly commentary, which aired on Freedom FM this week, Mr. Astaphan suggested that the Prime Minister is not living up to Mr. Lee Chin's assertion that the role of a government is to enrich and empower its people. He believes a number of decisions by the government does not truly empower the large majority of the people.
He said that instead of sending profit out of the country, like how it used to be done in colonial days, when we enriched rich foreigners and weakened the poor here at home, he said that instead of allowing that and doing that, the government must create the environment under which as much of that profit as possible is used inside our country to generate more wealth for more people here at home. He said that is the way to become stronger and wealthier, and that if we do not do it that way, we will become weaker and poorer. I'm sharing with you the general sense of what Mr. Lee Chin said. I'm not quoting him word for word. But by his own actions, the evidence is clear that Timothy Harris does not believe in creating real wealth and power among our people. He does not believe in anything called a fair share. If he did, he would never have signed away this historic and wonderful opportunity for Kittitians and Divisions and our resident brothers and sisters to own the solar power plant that he and his dysfunctional cabinet are giving to a Swiss company that will make the Swiss company rich. And all of those hundreds of millions of dollars of profit generated over the next 25 years will leave this country and go to Switzerland and elsewhere to create wealth in Switzerland and elsewhere, but to continue and increase poverty here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Mr. Lee Chin's address at the convention ended prematurely. Michael Lee Chin is a Jamaican-Canadian billionaire businessman and philanthropist, and the chairman and CEO of Portland Holdings, Inc., a privately held investment company in Ontario, Canada. He was born in Port Antonio, Jamaica, and is said by Forbes magazine to be worth $1.9 billion. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.